Hey, this is BJ. Thanks for listening to our show's podcast. If you're a fan of all things geeky, you should check out my other podcast, BJ Shea's Geek Nation. We have new episodes every day, and you can check it out at bjgeeknation.com.
Your home is going into foreclosure and you feel like a financial wreck. You don't know where to turn for accurate information. I'm bankruptcy attorney Travis Gagne. Let's talk about some legal options. If we work quickly, we can propose a plan to save your home, modify the loan, or in many cases even eliminate your second mortgage. The consultation is free. I've helped hundreds of people just like you make informed decisions about whether to save their home or exit it on a reasonable, organized timeline. The chapter you choose sets the tone for the next chapter of your life. Please contact me today at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle, presenting Live Day. Oh, yeah. It's going to happen in a couple of Tuesdays from now. It's going to be awesome. Live Day, Tuesday, November 20th at the Snoqualmie Casino. That's Thanksgiving Day week. We're going to launch you into a great holiday week, I'm telling you, man. Because, you know, you got Thanksgiving on that Thursday, but 2 days before, come down for Live Day. Because, we have a studio audience for the second year in a row. You are welcome to join us and watch us.
Shout out to one of our listeners, Christopher. You know, he was the guy who had the shirt that said, I ate Fred Durst last year.
Right.
For the winter biscuit theme that we had. He says it's such a fun day. Everyone's going to love it, and I 100% agree with him, and I know he's planning on making it back there. And this time around, instead of dressing like Fred Durst, we're asking everybody to show up in their favorite set of pajamas.
Yes! I've got some really loud pajama bottoms that I'm contemplating.
Do it.
Loud? Yeah, loud meaning that they're just really super colorful. They look like a comic book.
Great.
Do it. Yeah, I might have to wear those.
BJ and PJs.
Yeah, BJ and PJs. They don't have pockets is the problem, so I'm going to need someone to carry my stuff.
Get a fanny pack.
Oh, yeah. Vicky, if you buy me a fanny... Vicky, can you get me a fanny pack?
Well, you have a lot of things you got to get, BJ. Christmas lights and now fanny packs.
But Vicky loves to shop.
Hey, we haven't had our... Never mind. I was going to say, it's been a while since we've had our usual chat about making our own fanny packs, but we'll revisit that another day.
Yeah, that's right.
This is all about Live Day.
Yeah. It is about Live Day. Yeah, and if you don't know what Live Day is, us, our show, The Men's Room, completely live. That means the sound effects, the commercials, the music, it's all done live. Come watch us do that, man. Tickets are on sale right now. You can get GA tickets or premium experience tickets, and that package is awesome, man. You want more info about Live Day? You want to get those tickets? Just go to KISW.com.
Let's play Beat Migs. It's time to play the game. Yeah. So everybody scream his name. Beat Migs. Don't be a loser. Whoa. Beat Migs. You're a loser.
It is time to beat Migs. It's time to pump it up for Monday. Oh, yeah. Pump it up. Yeah, let's get pumped up. And I still need to get pumped up, man. That the hour change just completely wrecked me.
How's it wreck you when you get an extra hour?
Yeah, I don't know why. I got supposedly an extra hour of sleep, but that's BS because I have pets and they don't know what this whole time thing means, so they just wake me up whenever they want to get food.
Yeah. Wow.
I read some studies that said that it's affected to other people as well. I'm like, it didn't affect me one bit.
I've just been completely out of it today.
It says daylight saving time is wreaks havoc on you, your body, and your schedule. Although this morning I did have to suffer because of it. I forgot to change the clocks on my those hammer and bell alarm clocks.
Oh, no.
So it went off way earlier than I wanted it to.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Like an hour earlier.
How did that work out?
Minus a few choice curse words. It worked out just fine, Rev.
All right, then. Great.
Yeah.
So now you're bright-eyed, bushy-tailed, and ready to take on, your opponent today.
It does surprise me that the falling back would be a problem. I get that losing the hour is an issue for people, but the falling back messes them up, too.
It's just that internal clock screws up.
There are some Washington state lawmakers that are trying to campaign for that to be done, just to abolish
Sign that petition.
Really?
Yes. Get rid of it. We don't need it.
It really doesn't. Well, we got a lot of people saying yes to that.
Well, research has shown an uptick in car crashes, heart attacks in the days after the change.
Oh, I don't need that.
Look at all these terrible things that happen.
Well, Arizona doesn't do it, and I don't think Hawaii does it either. So, I mean, we're at least on the right coast for all these things. We're close. Why not?
Yeah, let's abolish it. Let's get rid of it.
Wow, take it easy, buddy.
All right, fine. Okay. Let's get to our contestant then. We've got Brian and Kirkland to take on Steve. Brian, are you there, sir?
I am. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, Brian.
Steve, what's he playing for today?
Tickets to check out Stephen Piercy of Rat. He's going to be over at the Clearwater Casino Resort on December 13th. Go to KISW.com for all the tickets. You want to see Stephen Piercy? Get your tickets now at Ticketmaster.com.
All right, Steve, get out of here. Yeah. those playing at home, Brian will have 60 seconds to answer 10 questions. Brian, you can pass all you want, but you will only get 3 guesses per question. Are you ready?
I am ready.
Prior to becoming president, George W. Bush was the governor of which U.S. state?
Texas.
Yes, created in 1935. The Luftwaffe is which country's air force?
Germany.
Yes, which mountain is the highest point in Washington state?
Mount Rainier.
Yes, Melissa Joan Hart played which Archie character on TV?
Melissa Joan Hart, pass.
Which network is home to shows such as Keeping Up with the Kardashians?
Oh God. E.
Yes. In dealing with sensitive, in dealing with sensitive information, what does NDA stand for with contracts?
Non-disclosure agreement.
Yes. In what city is Gonzaga University located?
Spokane.
Yes. For vegetarian burgers, which mushroom typically replaces a meat patty?
The Portobello.
Yes. Who famously sang the song Beat It?
Michael Jackson.
Yes. Which 2 snacks are mentioned in Take Me Out to the Ball Game?
That would be peanuts and Cracker Jacks.
Yes. 9 out of 10.
Nice. Very nice.
Yeah, and I don't think that one question is gonna. I mean, maybe Steve will get that one, but he's got to get that perfect 10.
Yeah.
That's hard to do.
It is.
And I don't think he can do it.
You don't think Steve can do it?
No, I don't think so.
I hate to say it, but I think Steve's going to go for a 10-fer.
Wow.
I mean, look, if I don't think I'm getting a song today, I'll tell you that.
Oh, okay. So it's going to be close no matter what.
Yeah, but I think he might actually get a 10-fer.
Wow.
I love the faith, BJ.
That's not that. The questions are just really easy.
Oh, all right. Well, I'm going to pretend that you have faith in me. Yeah.
Steve, are you ready?
Oh, yeah!
Prior to becoming president, George W. Bush was governor of which state?
Texas.
Yes. Created in 1935, the Luftwaffe is which country's air force?
France?
No.
Germany.
Yes.
Oh.
Which mountain is the highest point in Washington state?
Oh, Mount Rainier.
Yes. Melissa Joan Hart played which Archie character on TV?
Betty.
No.
Veronica.
No.
Wilma.
No.
Wow.
Which network is home to
Sabrina.
Yeah.
Son of a bitch. I didn't know that was an Archie character.
Which
Yes,
network
it
is
is.
home to shows such as Keeping Up with the Kardashians?
E.
Yes. In dealing with sensitive information, what does NDA stand for with contracts?
No dongs allowed.
No.
Non-disclosure agreement.
Yes. In which city is Gonzaga University located?
Spokane.
Yes. For vegetarian burgers, which mushroom typically replaces a meat
Portobello.
patty? Yes. Who famously sang the song Beat It?
Michael Jackson.
Yes. What 2 snacks are mentioned in Take Me Out to the Ball Game?
Peanuts and Cracker Jacks.
Yes. And Steve, you get 9 correct. And so did Brian. It's a tie.
Wow.
BJ called it.
Dude, we just talked about Sabrina.
I know,
And
right?
we
I know
said
that.
she was an Archie character.
I know, right?
I don't
wasn't
remember that
listening.
part.
I know you were
I don't
listening.
remember that part.
Yeah.
All this time, I never knew that.
That's why I thought he was getting a 10-fer. If I would have put money on him getting a 10-fer today, just because I knew he knew who Sabrina was.
It was the clock going back, man.
Oh, that's what it is. Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Well, lucky for Brian, that worked out for him. Congratulations, Brian. You got that tie.
Yeah, thanks. Hey, BJ, to show my age, when he said Archie, I thought of Archie Bunker.
Oh, wow.
Well, I would have said All in the Family.
You should
at
have
that
answered
point.
Meathead and Lionel. You would have been right.
So he said
that's
somebody
awesome.
watched Jeopardy last night. Were these
Yeah.
questions from Jeopardy, Rev?
There might have been a couple of them.
Wow.
And it wasn't last night. It was Friday night. I gave a couple of days.
What are you doing to me?
Yeah.
What are you doing, huh?
Oh, man.
What are you
Thanks,
doing
Alex.
to me? What are you doing,
How can you steal from Alex Trebek, man?
Because there's people out there that have put almost all of the shows online. All the questions and all of the answers are out there on a handy website.
So that means theft is okay then.
Yeah, it's data mining, BJ. You can't steal trivia. It's just trivia.
What you got cooking? How's about cooking something up with me?
Yeah, right.
Well, he surely is. It's called thieving.
I'm a little drunk, and I need you now.
Oh, all right then.
Baby, it's 3 a.m. I must be lonely.
You must
Yeah,
be.
he must be. If he's calling you Rev, yeah, he's lonely.
Congratulations to Brian on tying, Steve.
Yeah, if you tie or beat Steve, that's how you get the prize. It works just like that. Mm-hmm. I don't know if you caught this interview with Mark Wahlberg. He said his kids are very embarrassed by his Marky Mark past.
Oh, come on.
Yeah.
I'd be stoked if my dad was part of the funky bunch.
You
or
say,
the leader of the Funky
You
Bunch.
say that because, of course, you grew up when the Funky Bunch was a something.
Feel it.
Yeah. How about his kids at a football game, and he was there at his son's football game last week, and they started playing Good Vibrations in the stadium.
You think they're trolling him because they knew he was there?
I think they had to be. His son just buried his head in his helmet when this happened.
I was at a football game, my son's game last week, and middle of the game, they start playing Good Vibrations. And my wife's just cracking up laughing, but she's looking at my son who's basically burying his head in his helmet. And, it's fine for me. I don't want to make their life any more difficult. I think my past may not be something that it's not their burden to bear.
Vibration.
That's so funny.
Not his best song, I say.
Yeah,
His best one was the Socially Conscious Walk on the Wild Side.
Oh, of course.
Where he sampled that song.
Yeah.
Was it the Velvet Underground or Lou Reed?
I think, was it both?
I don't know. I can't remember.
Lou Reed is definitely part of it. But
Yes, I know.
Yeah, but was he part of it? Was it the Velvet Underground? I think he was.
All I remember is one time our neighbors were making a lot of noise, and it was kind of getting towards the end of the night, and I was like, gosh, do I have to go out there and tell them to lower the music or something? It was the summertime, and I started zoning in on what they were listening to, and it was Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch, and I just didn't have the heart to tell them to lower it because
at that point.
I kind of respected that.
Yeah. Anybody partying right now these days and they got Marky Mark on? Yeah.
I don't care if it's Sunday night and it's 2 a.m. Go ahead.
Yeah. By the way, I've heard he hates being called Marky Mark.
Well, who's calling him Marky Mark anymore? How many people?
I kind of did once, and somebody said to me, who I was down in L.A., and somebody looked at me and said, "Go ahead and say that to his face."
Was it Donnie Wahlberg that told you that?
Might have been Donnie Wahlberg. I can't remember. Somebody was parking my car. They said that. But I mean, see, I would be so happy, and he's done so much more. I would be so happy, but it's such a Boston attitude. Hey, don't disrespect me. Call me Marky Mark. I was like, well, you were though, and that's why you are where you are today was because of Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch.
Had he not done that, who knows what his career would have been like?
Oh, he wouldn't be a guy. I don't think he'd be a guy. Who would care? I mean, he's a decent actor. He's not a
bite your tongue.
He's a decent actor.
He's a fantastic actor.
Yeah. Okay, I wouldn't use the F word in that respect.
I would.
And look, nothing against
another F word if you keep talking badly about Marky Mark.
Listen. Mark Wahlberg is a good actor. He's a decent actor.
Incredible producer too. He gave us Entourage and Ballers.
Well, producer's a whole different story. I mean, I'm not. He's a good producer.
Dirk Diggler. Nobody else could rock that 10-inch dong like he could.
Is that exactly where you want to go with that? That's going to be that's your argument right there. Is that's what makes somebody a good actor because they have a 10-inch fake thing working down there?
No, but he did it very convincingly. A lot of people were wondering if it was. A lot of people believed it was really his.
But what guy wouldn't be able to be convincingly happy about the fact that that's what's going on?
If I was holding that, if I was an actor and that was my prosthetic, I'd be looking down like, holy cow, it's amazing.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. Yeah.
I wouldn't be able to act like it's natural.
He did look like he's been rocking that for a long time. All right, fair enough. You know what? That changes it. Why did he get an Academy Award for that?
What about Daddy's Home? That was a good movie.
Yeah.
The other guys?
Ted
2?
Yeah, but really, come on. Ted, the star was Ted.
It's the best movie ever.
I know, but again, I think it's because of Ted.
I don't know if it's the best movie ever, but it's really freaking good.
Well, but
what about Four Brothers?
Oh, well, there's a lot of good actors in that movie, and
including him.
He was in it.
The Italian Job.
Fantastic film.
That's the best movie ever.
It's a good movie, and he was in it.
Basketball Diaries.
Ooh, Three Kings was pretty good too.
Again, it was a good movie, and he was in it.
Yeah, it also had George Clooney, so that kind of helped a lot.
He's a decent
I like how he's in all these good movies. You're like, it's a good movie, and he's in it. Well, maybe that's the X Factor. Mark Wahlberg.
That's the X Factor. Mark Wahlberg.
I mean, Boogie Nights got 93% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Boogie Nights had a lot of great acting. Was well made, well done, and he didn't ruin the movie. He's a decent actor, but
I think that maybe he made the movie even better.
He's a good actor. I'll give him
Planet of the Apes.
Yeah, that's not one to read. That was probably the only Apes remake that nobody likes, really. Yeah.
Fear?
But De Niro was in that, wasn't he?
Yeah, but still.
Okay.
Transformers?
More than meets the eye.
Was he? But he was in what, the fourth one?
He was in the bad one.
Yeah. I mean, it's like
I Heart Huckabees.
Again, a lot of people were in that movie, Steve,
including him, and he was the best.
I don't know if I said
come on.
I mean, he's a good actor. I'm going to give him good actor. I'm not, he holds his own. His movies can be enjoyable. I don't hate him in movies, but when you're talking about great actors, you know me, Steve. I'm a bit of a snob when it comes to great actors.
He's a great actor. Have you seen him with his shirt off? Great.
Okay, I think there's a bias here, and I don't know what it is yet, but one of it probably is sexual.
Hello, The Departed.
Yeah.
Again, there were other good actors in that movie, and it wasn't a stretch for him to play a Boston guy because he is a Boston guy. He was perfect for the movie because he's a Boston guy.
Man, you're just looking for any reason to just crap all over Mark Wahlberg.
I'm not crapping over him.
Are you
I'm
just
saying
mad you
he's
can't call
good.
him Marky Mark? If they let you call him Marky Mark, you'd be like, he's the best, and all the other actors should thank him for allowing them to be in his movies?
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah. All right.
Another person, bite your tongue, BJ. That Planet of the Apes movie was great.
Are you out of your mind? Nobody likes that Planet of the Apes.
Oh, that was a bad one.
Yeah, nobody likes that Planet of the Apes movie, I'm afraid. And I'd like to know what you think of the other Planet of the Apes movies, which are much more highly regarded.
What about Pain and Gain?
Over that one. I mean, what's that?
Pain and Gain texted in.
God.
Yeah.
Have you seen that?
No.
I feel like I have.
Oh, God, it was awful.
All right, well, there you go.
The movie itself.
Was that him and Mark
was
Wahlberg? Was that him and Will Ferrell?
It was him and The Rock.
Oh, yeah, that one was bad.
Yeah, where they were all bodybuilders and
Yeah.
crazy stuff.
Rockstar, that's the best one ever.
Rockstar, come on.
Yeah.
Rockstar was great. He ended up in Seattle. That was cool.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert.
Again, I don't know if that makes you a great actor because the movie puts you in a city, but all right, if that's what the criteria is, okay.
I love that movie.
It's a good movie.
Danny, you are
Aniston's in it.
slowly but surely getting to Steve's zone when it comes to movies.
No,
I mean, I
yes,
like
greatness.
I like some of his stuff, but if he keeps agreeing with you, I'm going to have to not listen to Danny when it comes to movies anymore.
Or maybe you should listen harder.
And faster and stronger. All right, it's time for Listeners on the Loose. I'm done with this.
Let us know your favorite Mark Wahlberg movie.
Yeah.
Shooter.
You pick the topic. You guide the show. 206-421-ROCK. You can text us at 77999. And whatever you want to talk about, your calls, your texts at 917 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. It's Listeners on the Loose. Brought to you by the Shane Company. Listeners on the Loose, where you pick the topic, you guide the show at 206-421-ROCK. You can also text us at 77999. Whatever you want to talk about, the floor is yours. But do remember this. Steve has a rule for Listeners on the Loose.
BJ, it's a simple rule, and that's just to show some energy. Have some energy out there. Otherwise, we're going to gong you and then say goodbye.
Goodbye, old friend.
206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999. We've got Amy, Camino Island. Amy, you are on The Rock.
Hi.
Hi, Amy. Oh, she's got some energy, Steve. She's got
Nice.
the roll down.
She's in. She's in.
What's up? What can we do for you, Amy?
I was calling about the Mark Wahlberg movies.
Oh, here we go. Yeah, we had a whole... I made the mistake of calling him a decent and good actor, and that was not good enough for Steve. He wants me to basically say that he's the best actor that's ever come along.
No, just admit that he's a great actor.
I don't think he's the best actor, but I agree with Steve that he's an excellent actor. He's in really good movies.
Right.
Fear was the best. Fear was the best. And De Niro wasn't in Fear. He was in Cape Fear.
You were thinking Cape Fear. Yep.
Oh, you're absolutely right. I was thinking Cape Fear, so I don't even know anything about Fear then.
It's the best movie.
Who else was in
The
that
best
movie?
Look at you trying to
Reese
find out who else is in it, so that way you could blame it on them for being a great film.
That's exactly. I'll blame you for greatness.
Reese Witherspoon was in it, and she's a great actress, too.
Yeah, see, Reese Witherspoon, that's why that movie was good.
That movie came out in the 90s, and I loved it. It was my favorite movie when I was a teenager, and now as a woman, I think I wouldn't mind Mark Wahlberg being my stalker, you know?
Yeah. I forgot how, that's how old that movie is?
Dude, that is a good I forgot all about that movie until you started it's starting to trigger things, and that was a great film.
I don't think I've seen that movie.
You should watch it.
You have to see it.
All right, well, I mean, so he plays a bad guy in this movie.
Yeah.
Yes, he plays a really sexy stalker.
Okay.
Psycho.
And in real life, though, it's never a sexy stalker.
No.
Is he a sexy?
It's never Mark Wahlberg in real life.
No, it's more like people who look like me.
Now, hold on a second. Is he as... Yeah, you're absolutely right. Steve, yeah, you're right. Stalkers are going to look like you, so not like Mark Wahlberg. Well, Amy, I appreciate the call. I can't comment on Fear because I apparently I didn't see it.
One person says, I have a rule. If Mark Wahlberg is in the film, I will watch it. It will be a decent movie at least.
Yeah.
How about that?
I will think that, look, his movies that I've watched have been good. I have no complaints with his movies. I haven't walked out of a movie that I've seen that with him in it. I haven't seen all of his movies, but the ones I've seen with it, I've never walked out and said I don't like the movie.
It's like Denzel Washington. More often than not, if I see he's in a movie, I'm willing to give it a shot.
I think he's won an Academy Award, hasn't he?
So?
Well, I'm just saying, I think Denzel, I don't think you can compare Denzel and Mark.
I'm not comparing.
I know. Oh, okay. You put them in the same sentence.
I'm just saying that they have the same kind of...
You said they kind of like each other.
Yeah, I guess I am comparing.
Yeah, you are, yeah.
Never mind.
Denzel...
And I stand by it.
Denzel, I think, is a little up on the echelon of acting.
I mean, Mark Wahlberg was nominated twice for an Academy Award.
He was?
Boogie Nights?
For The Fighter and Departed.
Oh, he wasn't up for Best Prosthetic Dong?
No.
I forgot about The Fighter.
Great film.
Yeah, I did forget about that. Well, hey, if he's been nominated for an Academy Awards, that's why I say he's a good actor. I think if you win an Academy Award, maybe multiple, then you're a great actor.
All right.
I'm just saying. I could be wrong about my... Do you know what I'm saying? Because I'm just saying.
Dude, just say hashtag just saying?
Hashtag just saying. Oh, look, we have another Mark Wahlberg call.
That's right.
Is this Mark Wahlberg on the loose? Wait when he calls us.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, that'd be great.
I don't even know if I'll be able to get a question out.
Yeah. Dan in Sumner, you are on the Rock.
Hey, good morning, fellas.
Good morning, Dan. Welcome to the show. He kind of sounds like Mark Wahlberg.
All right.
Now he sounds like Matthew McConaughey.
All right. So anyways, I'm going to go off of what a good Mark Wahlberg movie is, and it's Max Payne, I'd have to say, because they did a really good job of kind of making it like the video game that came out.
You know, I have to ask. I finally get to talk to somebody who's...
It had like a Sin City vibe to it.
Yes, and I'm glad, Dan, I have not heard anybody say anything good about that movie, but you liked it.
I like it. I was going to ask you guys if any of you have played the video game and what you think. Like how when it's almost like it does a Sherlock Holmesy thing, how he visions it ahead of time and like it's all in slow motion so he can shoot people in 6 different spots in a half a second. It's like, and it happens in the video game. I think they did a good job, and just all around, it's a decent movie.
Fun fact about it, he received a Golden Raspberry Award nomination for Worst Actor for his performance in this movie. But he lost to Mike Myers for The Love Guru.
Oh, thank goodness The Love Guru came out.
I will have to say the Mila Kunis in this looks hot.
When doesn't she look hot?
Yeah.
Oh,
well, you know something, Dan? Max Payne was a very successful video game franchise. What do they have? 2 or 3 of them? I can't remember.
Yeah, there's a couple of them, and they started doing the bullet time stuff. Basically, after the Matrix came out, it was a big thing with that.
Yeah, so I mean, I that's why I think they made the movie, because the video game was cool, and I of course at that time I couldn't play video games very well, but I remember people playing it, and I watched it, and I thought it was kind of neat how they, like you said, he could shoot into the future, if you will, because of future visions. Unfortunately, Dan, you are the only person I've ever met that likes Max Payne the movie, but I'm glad you did.
Well, right on. Thank you, BJ.
There you go. And again, don't know if that qualifies him as a great actor, though. So
absolutely. Only great actors get nominated for worst actor jobs.
Yeah. But you know who I used to think was very similar?
Who?
I would put back in I would say maybe 5 years ago, I would put him in the same category as Matthew McConaughey. And this, I don't mean this to be mean, but you can see what Hollywood does. If you can't get A-list actor, you'll get A-list actor instead. So like McConaughey would be a guy you'd see in a movie because Clooney wasn't available. Mm-hmm. And I'm trying to think of an action star like Mark Wahlberg, and who would you get in, like who would you rather have? Yeah.
He's a poor man's Tom Cruise is what you're trying to say, huh?
I think that's what people think with Mark does a lot of action movies, but he's not like your star action guy of the moment.
But he's always I always have a good time watching most of his movies. Obviously, there's a few clunkers out there.
Doesn't mean he can't transcend that, because McConaughey has gone to an A-list actor. When he did Dallas Buyers Club, I think he won the Academy Award for that, and that changed everything. And I don't know what he did to up his acting game, but he became a much better actor than his previous stuff. I'm talking
or maybe
McConaughey.
People finally just caught up with his greatness.
Oh, I hadn't thought about that. So you're saying that someday
you guys will be like, you know what, Steve was right.
So I'm not saying the book is closed on Mark Wahlberg. He may turn the corner.
I wasn't going to be able to sleep tonight if you said it was closed.
I'm glad. I want you to sleep tonight. I do.
So texting, how was your trip, Steve? How was your trip up north? I missed if you guys recapped your weekend from Bill C. And he also says Bohemian Rhapsody is a must see. Yeah, my wife and I, we went up to Vancouver to the Commodore Ballroom to see the Glorious Sons, the band that we play on the station, band that I'm obsessed with right now. Pearl Jam is up there too. So this is high praise to compare them to a Pearl Jam.
Whoa.
They are truly one of my favorite new band that's out right now, the Glorious Sons. So just a good, gritty, roots rock type of a vibe to them. And man, there was something really cool about being there, because they're Canadian boys. Be in Canada, see them perform. And boy, do people get drunk in Canada.
Do they really?
Well, because it's like 19 and up.
Oh, that's right.
At one point, someone was so wasted that they haven't even hit the stage yet. This guy's in the middle of the crowd. He just takes his whole beer and just pours it on his own head and then yells, F yeah! And he didn't get kicked out.
Welcome to Canada.
People were having a blast. It was just a drunken, surly crowd, but in a good way. And everyone was having fun. The band was firing on all cylinders. And my wife and I both said if they were playing tomorrow, I would go see them. If they're playing the next day. Like, we were even talking about possibly trying to plan like a trip, like a vacation where we go see them almost every night and treat it like it's the Grateful Dead.
Whoa.
That's kind of how I feel about this.
That's amazing for this new band.
They change up their set all the time. It's just a phenomenal live group. If you ever have a chance to see them, they're back in Canada on December 30th at the Commodore Commodore Ballroom again, and then they're coming to Seattle sometime in the spring. But just a really, really good live band, and the crowd was great. There was one guy that was being an idiot, the lead singer. It was kind of a powerful moment. Like, they're playing, and this dude's trying to start a fight with people, and you could tell he was the singer was getting sick of it. He was trying to calm it down by like looking at him like, "Hey man, chill out," because they're not that type of a band. And finally, he just stops the band in the start of one of their songs and says, "Hey," and you can see he just snapped. He's like, he curses, and he's just like, "All my songs are about love, man. Get it together." And it was kind of a powerful moment. Like, the whole crowd starts cheering, and then he looks at the security. He's like, "Just kick him out." Like, he tried to keep this guy there. He kept trying to ration with the guy, and he finally had a breaking point. He's like, "Man, none of my songs are about this. What are you doing? Chill the F out." And my wife and I were laughing later on. We're thinking, what if that's the moment that this guy realizes he needed to get his crap together, when the lead singer of the band that he went to go see just called him out and said, "Get it together, man."
So true, dude. I mean, what a spokesperson for a generation. They're just not tolerating just ridiculous violence anymore.
Yeah, it was just heavy when he's like, right. Yeah, all your songs aren't about this. So why the hell are you acting this way?
I love that he gets to say something, because drunken idiots ruin it for a lot of people. And get your ass together and learn how to drink.
And one of the highlights though was this guy one guy started crowd surfing, and the singer was really geeked out about that. So he pulls him up and brings him up onto the crowd and goes and eggs him on while the song's going on. He's like, "Jump out to the crowd." So the guy runs, jumps out the stage dive. Nobody was prepared for it, and all of a sudden you just see him just disappear. Nobody caught him.
Oh no!
The singer you could tell he felt awful about it, and so he brought him back up on stage and apologized to him. Had him talking to the microphone and goes, "Hey, let's do it again, but this time you people better catch him." And then they do it again. Crowd catches him. Everyone goes nuts. It was an awesome time.
Oh my!
Oh man, dude!
Oh, stage dive right into the concrete.
Oh, straight down on the ground.
Yeah. Oh,
I've never been to the Commodore Ballroom, man. That is a sweet spot.
I'll give it that. Now, here's a question. I mean, it's an important question, because you compared them with Pearl Jam, but where do they rank on the Wahlberg scale? This is the important question.
Oh, they're above Wahlberg.
Whoa!
Yeah.
That's saying a lot right there.
Yeah, I ain't playing, man.
Whoa. Oh, geez, they must be good. You pick the topic, you guide the show. It's Listeners on the Loose, 206-421-ROCK. You can also text us at 77999. Your calls, your texts at 933 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. It's Listeners on the Loose. You pick the topic, you guide the show, 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999.
Got a text message. Somebody said, "Steve, did you see the Spittin' Chicklets page? You should show it to BJ. Their Instagram has a bunch of baseball jerseys or baseball teams made to look like hockey jerseys."
Yeah, if you go,
it's pretty awesome. If you go to Spittin' Chicklets Instagram page, you can see
that's
somebody
sweet.
recreated the NHL uniforms for every baseball team.
For a while, Steve, the baseball teams were selling hockey jerseys, but they were like for the team. I still have my old. I bought one that has the Red Sox logo. It doesn't look as cool as what
I gotta say, the Houston Astros one might be the best, because it's the old school. Nolan Ryan era?
Yeah, the stripes, orange, yellow, rainbow stripes. Yeah,
and then the Mariners one actually is pretty sweet too.
Oh, it's gold. It's the gold and blue version.
Yeah.
Gosh, you almost kind of think, boy, that wouldn't be a bad hockey uniform.
I was gonna say, it's a pretty decent color scheme for a hockey team. I would love for them to stay away from green and blue. I know that's our Seattle colors, but I would love for them to stay away from that.
It's a tough one, isn't it? Because of the fact that seems to be where everybody wants to go. The Sounders, the Seahawks. I mean, granted, the Sounders and the Seahawks definitely have a different palette of green and blue than the Mariners, but it's still green and blue.
Yeah, it's just, especially because blue seems to be the emphasis, with the Seahawks and the Mariners. I would love for it not to be the emphasis for our future NHL.
So you don't, because I know that the Pittsburgh Penguins wanted to have that solidarity, change their colors to be like the Steelers and like the Pirates. You're of another school, like everybody should be different.
I'm a dirtbag that likes wearing black all the time.
Oh, that's
so I kind of would like.
You actually want the Golden Knights to relinquish their colors and give them to us, is what you want, right?
There's room for plenty of teams with black jerseys, or at least black in the color scheme. That way, I can get a black shirt and it doesn't seem off the. Obviously, I have some Seahawks stuff that's black and the rave green or whatever it is, whatever they call their green.
Yeah, got a lot of hockey teams though that have black already. I mean, it might be tough. We got the Kings, we got the Knights, we have the Bruins, the Penguins. Who else is in black?
Devils. They have black in them.
They do, but they don't have do they have a black jersey they wear?
No. But they have a lot of, it's red and black.
So as long as you're right. As long as they have any kind of black, that's all you care about.
Yes.
That way you can wear a black t-shirt.
100%.
Okay, black
Selfish.
jersey.
Or a hat.
I don't blame you on that.
Although I wouldn't be opposed to Sonic's colors.
And that's green and gold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For some reason, I think that would be a pretty sharp looking jersey scheme because you don't really have that in the NHL.
Yeah, the Dallas Stars, when they were the Minnesota North Stars, had more of a Sonics look to them back in the day.
It was a stretch, though.
Golden
Seals really had that kind of color scheme.
Oh,
granted, it's not NHL, but
yeah, you're right. Well, the California Golden Seals were in the NHL for a while, weren't they?
Yeah. WHL, I can't remember.
I think they were, but either way, the green and gold, if it's done right. See, I feel like, you know who I like, whose uniforms I like? I like the Silvertips uniforms.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I like that evergreen color. So I'm wondering, would you be opposed to an evergreen color in the uniform?
I guess.
But then again, the T-Birds alternate jersey is also a sweet-looking jersey, too.
I'm telling you, I think we should just go with a whole different color scheme.
All right.
Just to make them stand
Red
out.
and black.
Okay.
Yeah, I won't remind anybody of anything.
I'm good with that.
Yeah, of course you are.
Pink and purple.
Yes.
Pink and purple.
Yeah.
Ooh. Well, be careful.
No, we could be the unicorns.
Yeah, the Seattle Unicorns.
You know what? I wonder if we would actually get more people to go if we called our team the Seattle Unicorns.
I would buy one instantly.
All the hipsters would go. You'd buy one, but would you go to a game?
Fine. If you don't want unicorn, we can do a narwhal.
I would be okay with a unicorn because the mascot would be insane.
Yeah, narwhal's pretty insane too.
And they could serve the unicorn bang drink.
Yeah, is a narwhal? That's not a bad thing. But is a narwhal a sea unicorn basically?
Yeah, it's got the big old horn on it.
Yeah.
Before we go, we promised people that we would find that audio of you and Uncle Chris at that doing that big charity thing for video games for Extra Life.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah,
you guys were on Twitch singing like cowboys.
Yeah, we were playing a game called Western Legends by Colossal Games, and it's a great sandbox game where you get to be you get to be a real life cowboy from history or any kind of Old West figure, and you get to run around and just rob people and mine for gold and try to be a sheriff.
And you guys like to dress the part.
We felt like because for Extra Life, and we knew we were going to be on this live stream asking for donations for Seattle Children's Hospital. We said, we got to dress up and be the part. So we did dress up in Old West outfits. Thanks to my buddy Josh's wife Jen, who went out and got all this stuff. She was amazing. And I had a little sheriff's badge on.
Yeehaw!
I had my cowboy hat on. I looked good.
And so the Rev then chipped in money.
He trolled us.
But he says, in order for you guys to get my money for your charity, you have to sing some kind of song.
He paid $50, which I know for Rev. You know what I mean? That's good video game money right there.
Worth every penny.
Yeah. So he said, I will pay $50 to the kids if you guys will sing Clementine for us, and so we had to.
All right. Oh my darling, oh my darling, oh my darling, Clementine.
$50 singers right here.
You are lost and gone forever. Dreadful story, Clementine.
I never knew the words of this.
What were you doing? Just mumbling?
No, we had him on the screen. But if you've ever seen the words, he's out. The guy's drunk, obviously, when he's singing this song. He's talking about shoes and Tops's boxes. I don't know what the hell. I only know the Clementine part.
You guys are still going.
Yeah, we didn't stop.
How much alcohol are you guys drinking?
Well, we had to give him his $50 worth.
Got my $50.
And by the way, we stopped the song before it was done. There are like 1 million lyrics to this stupid song.
If you guys want to see the video, it is on the KISW Facebook page right now.
Yeah, you got to see the video.
How do you guys know the words?
We had a screen with it was like karaoke. Yeah, come on, this is high tech, buddy. We don't know these words.
I'm like, damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, still going.
And like I said, when we stop, the song isn't ready to be done. There's still more to do, but we're done with this.
I paid $50 to get you guys to stop.
There we go.
I'm not going to, though.
No, you should. Yeah, you should pay some money if you wanted.
That was horrible.
Wow, man, really?
I really, really, really hated that.
It was so worth it.
It really was.
It was great.
Yeah, we were. Yeah.
So that sounds like last call at a crappy cowboy dive bar from Chris.
Yeah. I got news for you. That's what we looked like, too. There's no doubt about it. All right, here's a big question that needs to be answered, Steve.
Yes, sir.
What do Ryan Castle and a dog have in common? I'm going to tell you at 9:48 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW. He's the drunk in charge. Now, the Ryan Castle question of the day.
What's a Ryan Castle and a dog have in common?
I'm shedding.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah, you are.
Oh, you said shedding.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, okay.
Yes. The grass is always greener.
Yeah.
Where the dogs are shedding.
Shedding.
One person says they both like to sniff Steve's butt to see where he's been.
Yeah.
The dogs really like to do that?
Yes.
Okay, I know
It's very telling.
I know Ryan does, but I'm just...
Both of them tend to bite strangers.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Both get horny and hump Steve's leg.
Yeah.
Right after the butt sniff.
Yeah.
They both shake their leg when you rub their belly.
That's also
That is 100% true.
Yeah. So we got this 30-year-old woman. Her name is Colleen. She's from Houston. And the day after Halloween, she robbed a convenience store wearing a big, furry, oversized dog head and a pair of wings.
So she's an angel dog.
Yeah.
All dogs go to heaven. Everyone knows that.
She got away with cigarettes and a whopping $10 in cash. The cops did manage to track her getaway car because, again, you got a big furry dog with wings driving it.
Please tell me they took a mugshot and they have her wearing the head.
Oh, yeah.
No, they don't.
Yeah, she got arrested for robbery.
Yeah, $10 will buy a lot of kibble.
That's a fact.
Dude, her mugshot, they have a towel over her mouth because she kept trying to spit on people at the jail.
Oh, there we go.
Best mugshot ever.
Wow.
I want to party with this person for sure.
Yeah, she's quality.
They should have put the dog head on her.
Yeah. I want to thank Sam for sitting in and watching the show. Ryan Castle is up next with your morning 12-pack.
BJ and Migs play of the day.
Your concession guy voice.
Green cotton candy here.
Why does everyone have to have a weird accent?
Because you're yelling.
That's how they do it. Yeah.
They do it. Pork chops and applesauce, yeah.
What? Are you selling pork chops? And applesauce?
Hey, my concession stand's going to have it all.
And green cotton candy?
Yeah. That's right. You come to my concession stand, Steve. We got it all.
I ain't hiring. I ain't buying crap from you.
Diamond rings here. What do you want?
You can't eat diamond rings, BJ.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Travis Gagne, bankruptcy attorney. He's here right now and has agreed to answer more of your questions about bankruptcy. Here's another question from a listener. I have a mountain of credit card bills and consumer debt. Can I still keep my house if I file bankruptcy?
Yes, you almost always can keep your home and your house, your car in a bankruptcy. Depending on what type of bankruptcy you file, would depend on whether or not, for example, you can keep your vehicles if you have payments on them still. You can almost always keep your home if you're current on the payments on your home, even in full bankruptcy. In Chapter 13, you can also keep those items. If you're behind on your house, you could catch your house payments up in a Chapter 13, take off a second mortgage in a Chapter 13. So keeping your primary assets like a home and car is almost always possible in bankruptcy.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com. And thanks for listening.
Love sports? Love culture? Well, I've got a brand new podcast called Take Line from Crooked Media, hosted by me, Jason Concepcion, and two-time WNBA champion Renee Montgomery. From the games to the players to the issues happening both on and off the court, we'll be tackling the important political and social issues happening in sports head on. New episodes drop every Tuesday, so follow and subscribe on radio.com, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.